Hi, I'm Joe. Welcome back. This is the Ultimate Love Letter. Thank you for joining the conversation. How bad do you want it? This convo is dedicated to the dreamers, those that have that fire burning deep within, that dream that seems to just grip you and not let go. That desire that God placed on your heart, that the one that you know He is meaning for you to bring to fruition, the ones that you talk about all the time, this combo is for you. It's time for us to get real. Do we really want the job or not? Are we simply talking, or are we ready to do something about it? Here's the thing. Whatever we want to be in the future, we must take a step back and look at the habits that we have today. Are they supporting what we want to be tomorrow? Is what we say we will become in the future, can people who are on the outside looking in see that about us? So for instance, if we're saying we want to be an Academy Award-winning actor, if I didn't know you, what would I see if I clicked on your social media stories? Would I see you taking an acting class? Perhaps reading a script? Perhaps reading a book on acting or the Academy? Are you constantly talking about films? Are you posting about other actors? Are you living, breathing, talking, embodying today who you want to be tomorrow? If you're not, it's time to wake up and it's time to decide right now. Are we simply talking? And if you're simply talking, I'm here to tell you, not only are you wasting your time, but you're wasting the time of friends and family that you continue to talk about these dreams. We believe in you. It's time for you to believe in yourself. We've all heard that energy does not lie. And the truth is, when we meet you for the first time, we should be able to feel everything that you say you are, everything that you say you do, everything that is your life. It should come through in your energy, because it will. Everything that we are, period, is made up of our energy. Our energy is made up of it. So if you're saying you're a healer, before you even say that, your aura, your energy is showing that that's what you are. You ever met someone and they'll say, "Oh, I'm an architect," and then you're like, "You know what? I could see that about you." And who knows what it is? Perhaps it's the way they dress, the way they speak. Perhaps they're holding a bunch of books on, monuments. Who knows? But it is something about our energy that is speaking louder before we even say who we are. If you're saying you're a healer, then what does that look like for you? What does that look like for the world? If you're a healer, then perhaps I would know that because you're constantly in yoga, because I see you in meditation, because you speak about meditation, because I see that you're in the gym. I see the healthy foods that you're posting about and you're speaking about. Everything about you is equaling to who you say you want to be. So if you're saying, for instance, you're a healer, but I see you constantly consuming alcohol, you're smoking a cigarette as you're telling me you're a healer, you're spewing negative thoughts as you're telling me you're a healer, I see you posting negative, hurtful comments on your social sites, or maybe you're underneath the comments on somebody else's page bringing them down, then who gives a damn what your mouth is saying? Everything about you is saying you are not a healer. Yes, you may be mouthing it, you may be wishing for it, but your actions don't equal that of a healer. If whatever we want to be, we got to do the math. Is everything we're doing today equaling up to who we say we will be in the future? That's how dreams are made. They're not made by simply waking up every day, talking to your friends and family about what you want to be. It's about taking those steps every single day to be as you say you are. Period. Point blank. Let's not waste our energy or the energy of anybody else. Who are you? Great, you have our buy-in. Now, what are you doing today to be that? This is also how we build credibility. First and foremost, we build credibility to ourselves because we are the only ones that can make these dreams come true. So if you're telling God, the universe, yourself, that you are a healer, then don't lie to yourself. The actions that you take behind closed doors when no one is watching needs to be that of a healer. If you're saying you're a healer, and I'm going to keep it real, and you're like snorting cocaine, maybe you're not living your highest self. If you're saying you're a healer, but you're consumed with environments that are the opposite of health, actually toxic, then perhaps you're not living in alignment with that of a healer. If you're saying you're a healer, but you're catfishing accounts and you're tearing people down in the comments on your Instagram or your Facebooks or your whatever, Twitter or whatnot, then perhaps you're not really in integrity with who you say you are. The math doesn't math. Those habits do not equal the habits of a healer. If you're an actor, but you haven't taken an acting class, you don't even practice acting, you're not rehearsing and you're not reading any books, you're not networking with other actors, you're simply telling everybody, I dream of being an actor, but you do nothing about it. You're just working, 19 hours a day in a coffee shop. Then how do you intend to become what you want? You're not leaving any room for God to move. You're not taking not even the smallest baby steps to live the life of an actor. And that can mean you just start with what you have in front of you. What do you have? Perhaps you don't have the funds right now for an acting class. Okay, can you pick up a book? If you can't afford a book, can you get to a library and check some free books out on the subject? Can you go to free events where there's people acting on stage? Can you get involved in that community? Can you just rub elbows? That can be our work. That is actually noble work, because if we're taking even those small action steps, then life begins to say, oh, wait, she's serious about this acting thing. Look at her schedule. This is what she's doing. Every day she's taking one little tiny step. Okay, let's start throwing at some resources here. This is a person who is serious. If you say you're an herbalist, and yet when we come to your house, we see nothing but processed food, are you really an herbalist? If you're an herbalist, then I don't know. For me, on the outside look in, I want to see jars of herbs, oils. I want to see you pressing some vegetables. I want to see you squeezing some fresh lemons. I want you to be dropping recipes that help heal me because you're an herbalist. If you're an herbalist, perhaps you're not consuming or buying things that are wrapped in plastic. When I think about an herbalist, I'm thinking somebody with a wicker basket picking carrots out of the ground, showing me how to clean them properly and then chop them up and put them in a beautiful stew. That's who you are as an herbalist. And the list goes on and on. If you want to be a doctor, are you studying for the board? Are you reading medical books? Are you applying to med school? Stop wasting your time. Stop wasting the time of your friends and family. You have our buy-in. We believe in you. Whoever you say you want to be, you have the power. You have the tool right now to become that, but it's going to start with you taking one little action step today and do that for the rest of your life. Or maybe you don't really want the job. If we're thinking that we're going to wait until we have this job in reality, meaning a paid job to do the thing we desire to do, I can tell you right now, you are living in la la land. You have to show up, you have to dress, you have to be the part today as you want to be tomorrow, whatever that is. I spent a weekend with a young girl last weekend, and she said straight up, I'm launching my TikTok influencer career. And I believed her. She talked about just the week before, she was in Coachella and she was saturated in influence parties. The whole weekend we laid around the pool talking about whatever the conversation was. She was off creating content. She didn't miss a beat. She spoke everything she wanted to be. She lived it just in the moment. And I was only with this woman a weekend, and I could see she was serious about who she wanted to be. When everybody else, and I'm keeping it real, when everybody else was popping shrooms, shrooms are healing, y'all. But when everybody else was popping shrooms, she was like, nope, I need to look fresh. I need this video camera on. I need to look my highest self. I can't. She didn't engage in over drinking. Like, she was serious. She was the business. She was creating something and she was being it in the moment. She wasn't waiting for, some large platform to come shout her out and now she's this huge sensation on TikTok. No, she is taking the steps that she needs to take in the moment to be what she wants to be tomorrow. And for her, as small as it may have seemed, it looked like her just not engaging in alcohol, her making sure she got a good night's rest, her making sure that she created and captured content on this beautiful home that we were staying at. She made sure that she was working all day, every day, no matter how small, no matter for how long. She was being in the moment who she wanted to be tomorrow. Maybe you don't want the job. Maybe you're not that serious. And if you're not that serious, that's okay. But then stop talking about it. Because the thing is, we, as your family and your friends, we believe in you. We see the passion in you when you speak about these dreams. We want to be able to support you in those dreams, but you can lie to yourself, but you're not going to lie to me, not for long, right? Like, I'm an advocate, as you know, if you're here, I'm believing in because I know we have the power to create and be whatever we want to be. And so as you give me your dreams, I'm here with you. I'm praying for you. I'm speaking life into you. I know you can achieve it. But after some time, your life has got to start reflecting that. You got to start living in integrity. You got to start being as you speak about. Because if not, what you're doing is you're lying to me. But most importantly, forget me, you're lying to yourself. And there's no more hurtful place to be in than in a position where you are lying to yourself. Because who is listening? God, the universe. They're all listening. And when you're lying to yourself, meaning if you're saying you're this person and you're going to be this person, but yet you're doing no work, your habits actually scream the opposite. It's like the universe is looking the other way. They're like, oh, you just playing. Well, when you're ready to get serious, we'll turn our attention back at you. But really, you're lying to yourself. You're not living, I'm going to say it straight up, you're not living in integrity. What do our habits look like? Then ask yourself, write them on paper. Let this be your homework right now. Write on paper, what do you do with your time every day? Look at the whole list. And then on the other side, write what you want to be in the future. Can you draw parallels? Does the list on one side of listing your habits, does it equal the outcome to what you want to be? If it doesn't, there should be your work. And again, it doesn't need to be major steps. It could just, then the universe says, oh, wait, There's integrity here. There's alignment. There's action. There's passion. It's time for us to do our part. That's the only way. There is actually no other way to make our dreams come to fruition than through the habits and the disciplines of everything we are today in this moment and who we will be every single day for the rest of our lives. Maybe you really don't want it. Do you really want the job or nah? If you really want it, it's time to get to work. You will only be paid for that job tomorrow if you get to work today. Until next time, love yourself and love others. We'll chat again soon. Bye for now.